while they're on the go. BB Mobile Apps also makes apps for bloggers, actors, and producers. The process only takes about 20 minutes. Just go to bbmobileapps.com and click Get Started Now. That's bbmobileapps.com and tell them the Doug Stewart Show sent you. Doug Stewart here to tell you about my man Smooth at smoothtickets.com. Smooth's got the tickets for everything that you need in the world of sports, concerts, or theater. I don't care what it is. I don't care where it's at in this great land of ours. My man Smooth at smoothtickets.com, he got them tickets. I'm telling you, boxing, baseball, NBA, NFL, country music concerts, hard rock, hip-hop, theater, Broadway. He's got them all. And if he don't have them, there ain't none. I'm telling you, smoothtickets.com. Once again, that's smoothtickets.com, or give him a call at 404-374-1150. Once again, that's 404-374-1150. You got to tell him, though, that I sent you. You got to tell them that Doug Stewart sent you. Once again, smoothtickets.com. That's smoothtickets.com. Yeah!
National Debt Relief is one of the country's largest and most reputable debt settlement companies, made up of energetic individuals who are passionate about helping thousands of Americans with debt relief. Most importantly, we're all about helping our customers through a tough financial time in their lives with education and individual customer service. We're dedicated to helping individuals and families rid their lives of burdensome debt. Specializing in debt settlement, and they've also negotiated settlements for thousands of creditor and collection accounts. Providing clients with both expertise and proven results, this means helping customers in time of hardship to get out of debt with the least possible cost. It can also mean conducting financial consultations, educating the customer, and recommending the appropriate solution. Core Services offer debt settlement as an alternative. I repeat, alternative to bankruptcy, credit counseling, and debt consolidation. National Debt Relief is your #1 advocate group to help you reestablish financial stability as quickly as possible. So give us a call at 844-828-4975. Again, that's 844-828-4975, and work it out.
Welcome back to the Doug Stewart Show, Trivia Tuesday. Great Clarence Carter. The number to the show is 404-382-0338. You can also email me at doug@thedugstewartshow.com. We're brought to you by firefan.com. I'm going to send out invites for the Thursday night game. Firefan. Also, speaking of sending out invites, I already sent out an invite to everybody that's played in the Doug Stewart Show League, which we got to talk some fantasy football here in a second, too. Recap last week. But anybody that's played in the league, I already sent you an invite. If you don't see it in your inbox, once again, go to your spam folder. I think for some reason people's web addresses, web accounts put the invites from DraftKings in spam. And go ahead and register for the league. Starts Thursday night. And I also put a link to the league where you can get your spot in the league in the Doug Stewart Show Facebook chat group. And I think we put one in the Two Live Stews chat group as well. So go ahead and get your spot, man. Don't even worry about setting up your team. Just get your spot and then go in there and set up your team later between now and Thursday night. All right, so it's 40 spots, $5 entry, and then the top 5 spots get paid. I'll tell you about my tragic weekend in fantasy football coming up here in a second. I'll tell you about that. But you follow sports. You haven't been under a rock. You've surely heard that Ed Orgeron has been named as the new head coach. They took the interim tag off his name. Has been the new head coach of the LSU Tigers. Yeah. Now, I'll tell you what I think about this hire here in a second, but let me give you some background on Ed Orgeron. Obviously, you know that he's a Louisiana native. He played at LSU. He coached around the state and the country. He coached at many different colleges in the state of Louisiana, Northwestern State, McNeese State. He also coached at Arkansas, Miami, Nicholas State, which is in Louisiana as well. So you keep hearing people talk about Orgeron as the perfect guy for this job. You kind of understand why. He also played for the New Orleans Saints. He attended high school in Louisiana with Bobby Hebert, one of its most prized sons. He's in the Grad In Club Hall of Fame at Northwestern State University. Basically, that's like the Hall of Fame players. So it makes sense. He began the season as LSU's defensive line coach and hasn't been a permanent head coach since Ole Miss fired him back in 2007. Perhaps the great fit factor will be the thing that really inspires players to come there and play for LSU and all of that. Now let's go back to his coaching resume and his coaching career at Ole Miss. He coached at Ole Miss from 2005 to 2007. His record there was 10-25, 3-21 in the Southeastern Conference. Let me repeat that once again. Now, it is Ole Miss, okay? And Ole Miss has never been like one of those programs at the top of the SEC for an extended period of time. You know, they've had some good years. When they had Eli, they were pretty decent. When they had the running back, I can't remember his name right now, played for many years for the New Orleans Saints. Somebody will tell me in the chat room. They were pretty decent for a year or two, but they always been the bottom of the barrel, so I don't want to make too much of that. But his record at Ole Miss as a head coach was 10-25 and 3-21 in the SEC. That's not good. He had a couple of stints as an interim head coach for USC. They went 6-2 when he was the head coach, the interim head coach there. And as interim head coach for LSU over these last 7 weeks, he's gone 5-2. Okay? Now, everybody's saying how this is a perfect fit. He understands the culture of Louisiana. I get all of that. But Ed Orgeron is what they call one of those rah-rah guys. He's one of those rah-rah guys. He seems like he's one of those rah-rah coaches to me. It seems like he's a guy that could give the Newt Rockne speech, but substance-wise, X's and O's, running a program, the leadership qualities that you want in a head coach. It seems like he doesn't possess a lot of that. I may be 100% wrong. I can't really think of a lot of rah-rah guys, and you know what a rah-rah guy is. A rah-rah guy, rah-rah coach is kind of like, guys more so understand this than the women listening to the show right now that can't wait for Women Wednesday tomorrow. Like a rah-rah guy is like a guy like Bill Cowher, Mike Ditka, which both of those guys had a lot of success. They did have a lot of success. Those are probably the only two guys that I can think of that aren't kind of like stoic. Like the very successful coaches are kind of like mental. They're very stoic. Your Bill Belichick's, even though his ass be cheating all of the time. Your Tony Dungy's of the world. Guys like that. Nick Saban, it's kind of like that. So I don't know, because the problem is, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show, if you're judging what Ed Orgeron did as the head coach at LSU for the last 7 weeks, and you take into account what he did at Southern Cal for that short period where they had a lot of success, you're probably going to be thrown off the track, because when a coach gets fired in the middle of the season, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show, and they bring in the interim, usually the players, there was some type of behind-the-scenes issue between the players and the coach that got fired. So they're just happy that he's gone, and they play at a little higher level. But how long will that last? Or they like the interim, and so the newness of the whole, event and having this new coach, they kind of put forth a little extra effort. They put a little hitch in their giddy up as well, and they play harder for him too. But that kind of dies out. That dies out. So I don't know if he has the mentality, if he has the temperament to go out and recruit top players. The big thing that a guy like this has to do, in my opinion, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show, is he has to hire supreme X and O guys. He has to hire supreme offensive and defensive coordinators. There's already this talk right now of him and his relationship with Lane Kiffin, and Lane Kiffin leaving Alabama to come be the offensive coordinator at LSU. If I'm Lane Kiffin, why the hell would I leave Alabama to come to LSU? So I don't get that. I don't get that at all. I don't get why Lane Kiffin would leave Alabama, okay, which is a bully, to go and coach at LSU. As a solid to his boy. No, hell no. I don't get that at all. That's if that's not even a lateral movement. That's you taking a pay cut, and status as well. So I don't get that at all. But he's got to bring in excellent X and O guys. This is the reason why USC didn't keep him as head coach. Everybody knows it. Nobody wants to say it. He's a nice guy. But the reason USC didn't keep him as the head coach is because they didn't feel like that he was coachly, and maybe that's wrong. And he's basically kind of like Les Miles 2.0, He has probably more ties to the state, obviously, because of his background. But Les Miles was a rah-rah guy. Les Miles had very successful years. So I don't know. But I kind of look at Les Miles as a little bit more of a coachly type. We'll see. Time will tell. I just know, bottom line is I don't think you should make a coaching hire based off of emotion, based off of the job that was done as an interim, because it's kind of like the fans made this decision. It's kind of like the players, which he's one of those players coaches. It's kind of like the players loved him. He's happy-go-lucky. He's a players coach. The fans love him. Oh, he from Louisiana. He talk Cajun. He sound like the water boy. Let's make him our head coach. He do sound like the water boy. Don't front. Let's make him our coach, And, that's almost kind of like a reflex thing. So time will tell. We'll see how this turns out. But I would be very, very wary if I'm an LSU fan about long-term success with Ed Orgeron. Now, listen, he's in LSU, one of the most fertile recruiting grounds in America, probably top 2 or 3. So talent and hiring good coaches will go a long way. But we'll see. We'll see, man. Good luck to him. We'll definitely see. All right, when we get back from the break, man, all I'm going to do is read chat. We'll get out of here, man. Everybody is amped up and getting ready for Woman Wednesday. Yeah. Everybody's getting amped up for Woman Wednesday, so we'll go ahead and, finish today's show and get you set for Woman Wednesday tomorrow. You're welcome, ladies. Back in 3 minutes, the Doug Stewart Show. What is ID Life? Well, over the last 18 years, a group of scientists and doctors have been working on the development of a one-of-a-kind nutritional supplement program that takes all the guesswork out of what you need and delivers your truly personalized pharmaceutical-grade nutrition with your name on it directly to your door. Through the integration of thousands of medical and scientific studies, answers you provide to the free assessment, and more than 5,470 algorithms that process the data, ID Nutrition recommends what you need, leaves out what you don't, and blocks things known to the system to have possible adverse effects based on the answers you provide.
The result is a program that is revolutionizing the health and wellness industry. Welcome to ID Life. For more information, just go to thedugstewartshow.id.